Okay, we're back, and we've got our meat in our bowl, and we've got all the blood out of it. Remember, if you want to add the lemon or you want to add vinegar to take the gamey taste out, I do about half a lemon or a teaspoon per pound or 2 pounds, based on how much you want to break the acidity. Because remember, weak acids break strong acids, so that is why we use it. Venison needs quite a bit of salt. I'm not going to lie to you, it needs the help. So we go ahead and we put the salt in there. And I would say I put a tablespoon in. Now I get I buy packages of Parmesan already shredded, so I don't have to deal with this. So it's easier for me, so I just can dump that in there. And this is about a cup. Okay. It's quite a bit of Parmesan, actually. My son likes it. 1 egg. Egg's gonna hold it together. It's the glue that makes the meatball stick. You're gonna put several dashes of lean parents based on how you feel about lean parents. I'm going to give you definitive guidelines in the actual article, but I like to leave room for you when you cook so you can use your own creativity. Then we're going to do is pepper. Okay. I know that sounds like quite a bit. Thyme. Now this is ground thyme, and then we have whole thyme. Both times work. Actually, I think I only have a little bit of ground thyme, if any, left. So, oh, I have quite a bit of ground thyme left, actually. I just may need to add a little whole thyme. If I can get it open. Ugh, may not be able to get it open. Nope. That's hysterical. Well, guys, I think we're timed out here. Oh, there we go. Open. Okay. A few taps on the side. Did it. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like in here. It looks like this. And I'm going to mix that all together with my hands. Really important to wash your hands in between mixing, because you have to add the breadcrumbs in. And based on how gelatinous this is, I mean how moist the meat gets is how much breadcrumbs. I'm gandering about 2 cups. That's my guess. But I could be wrong. Could be more. Could be less. So I am now going to put this aside and wash my hands and then dry them and show you exactly the correct procedure for doing this. Okay. So now we add breadcrumbs. Now these are ordinary store-bought seasoned breadcrumbs. You can use panko if you like. You can use panko and breadcrumbs if you'd like. It depends on how you like your... Actually, that may be a bit too much breadcrumb. Yeah, I'd say 1.5 cups. Although I could be wrong at the end. We'll see. Because I still have to add a bit of water to this to make it moist. You will, if you choose to accept this mission, you will fry these up and make little, I think they're like ping pong size. I say maybe the golf ball size is my size. Everybody's got a different way of doing it. I mean, that's the whole point of this, but my son loves this. He has autism. It was really hard to get him to like different foods, but once I got him to accept venison, which he adored, then I could get him to eat things like lamb and bison, and it just opened up his entire diet for him. And that was, it made it a lot easier when we went out to dinner and we went places, because not that they serve venison at restaurants, but they sometimes just don't have pizza and chicken fingers or pizza and hamburger. I mean, it just, they don't always have exactly what a child with autism would want. So normally I just would do about the size of a golf ball. And I'm pretty good at eyeballing these. If you don't feel comfortable, you can get a melon scooper to do it. I probably have a melon scooper, probably should show you that. So that you are familiar with it and feel comfortable with it. Hold on one second, let me grab that. Get it real quick. And there we go, it's a melon scooper. Okay. The melon scooper's just this. Scoop it up. Grab it. Roll it. I did not have to add any water to this because I took out the extra breadcrumbs. And that's about the size of venison ball you want. And then you just leave it in down here in your bowl, and you make as many as you can until you fry them. Now, the reason why I fry them is I've already got the oil from frying the garlic up, and sometimes you can add onions to them too. The more roots, I think, the better for venison, for me. My son doesn't seem to mind either, so I try to get as many roots in the actual meatball as possible. But other people may not want them. So if you just want garlic, garlic is fine. If you just want onions, onions is fine. It is a very versatile recipe. If you want to use Asiago cheese instead of using Parmesan, you can. It is up to you. They are your meatballs. I am just trying to give you a guideline to go by. If you know your son has a preference or your daughter has a preference and they have autism to Asiago versus Parmesan, go with Asiago. You don't have to use thyme either. You can go ahead and switch out and not use thyme and use oregano and basil. And oregano and basil is really good for the stomach. It's an anti-emetic. And kids like it just the same. So it just depends on your child's preference. So I'm going to finish rolling these meatballs, and then I'm going to go and fry them up, and I'm going to let you see what they look like frying, and then we're going to put them in the oven. I'll be right back.